The Last Call, short story. His arms tightly pressed against his stomach to ease the pain of hunger, he sat on a chair and balanced his body back and forth. The cracking noise of the old chair was the only sound in the basement. There was no light and no fresh air. The man, who was not taller than a 6-year-old child, did not understand what was going on. His tears formed irregular grey stripes on his stale cheeks, but he did not wipe them off. He could not remember how long he was sitting there. He lost touch with time and reality. And there was not only silence in the basement, but the whole house was dabbled in stillness. He did not speak. Father and son never spoke to each other. The father did not know what to say to what he called the creature that was called my son. The father could not bear the sight of the child with the enormous head on a body with short legs and arms, drooling like a baby and not able to say clear words. But the father never took the effort to teach his son words. He never had the patience his wife had, but she died of a broken heart when the boy was 3 years old. The man could not remember his mother anymore, although sometimes, listening to the quiet sound of little red feet rummaging the straw of his mattress in the basement, or the moving curtains whispering in the wind blowing through the broken windows in the kitchen upstairs, he thought he heard her sweet voice, calling him by a name he could not repeat. The basement was so familiar. He spent so many hours here after his father locked him up when there were voices at the door. His father felt ashamed, and no one knew about the child who now became a man. The last visitor was a while ago, but he did not know how many days, and ever since there was this complete silence. The hunger forced him to leave the basement, and not without great fear, he climbed the concrete stairs, pushed the shutter in the floor open, and entered the kitchen, the only place he knew. All other doors in the house were locked, and knowing this, he did not even think of opening them. He made a strange noise when he finally realized he was all on his own. He did not see his father or any other person. It confused him, but it did not bother him too much. He looked around and found the phone off the hook. He never understood where this black machine was for, but he remembered his father occasionally talking to it and then placing the horn back. He also remembered his father turning the disc with all the holes, and he wondered why. He climbed the chair in front of the desk and imitated his father by placing the horn back, lifting it again and turning the disc. While he held the horn against his ear, he heard the voice of a woman who said, "Hello?" The voice sounded familiar, and he wanted to say something, but his untrained vocal cords only produced a raw sound. Then the woman hung up.